Well, good morning. It's another snowy day here in the Lou. At least it's been kind of misting some snow this morning, but we got a couple more inches last night, as you can see here. So I'd like to go out and actually just plow that, but I'm wondering whether or not maybe a couple of casters on this snowplow would be a good idea. So I've got a whole slew of casters. As you can see under there, and if I can find me a good hard, maybe 4-inch wheel with maybe a swivel top, like one of these guys. Yep, these guys here. Those got locks on them. I don't want locks. Yeah. Well, I was hoping I could find some without locks. Oh, here's some swivels that don't have locks on them. Yeah, those might work just fine. If I can somehow attach these guys, it'd be cool if they were adjustable. I could adjust them up and down, but then again, if I find a height that works and I can lock it in, you know, somewhere, somehow, some way, get that thing mounted on there where it can swivel around. I'm going to have some clearance there. Maybe take out that bottom piece. I don't know. I don't know. I'm going to do some figuring here, see how we can get these rascals worked up. But what I'd like to do is get that plow to where it's just maybe a 1/4 inch, 1/2 inch up off the ground on those rollers, and that would keep that from scarifying that chip seal that I put down the summer before last, and keep my chip seal somewhat intact out here. I'm gonna do some repair of some areas on that maybe next summer anyway. But anyway, I'm gonna put the heat on, put some coffee on, put some music on down here at the shop, do a little fabrication work. I'll put it in fast mode and see if we can't get something put together here, and if so, we'll test it out, and we got some snow to test it out with. So, okay, so not sure how well this will work, but what I've got is I've got a bunch of scrap angle iron, and I've placed 2 of those underneath the plow blade itself to get it up off the ground a little more than a 1/4 inch. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take this piece here is all plastic, so I don't want to get too much heat on that. It's a real pain to take off. I mean, there's about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 screws top and bottom, and it's just a pain to take on and off. So what I'm going to try to do is I'm going to try to fabricate all these angle irons by putting one across this way. I'm still going to have to keep this back here, so off of that I'll just put a T. Off that piece here I'll put a T, and then from that T I'm going to make some outriggers or kickers that'll go up into 2 places here. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4 places that I'll actually weld onto metal onto the blade, and hopefully keep that heat down and away from this plastic to where I don't get it too hot. So that's what we're going to try to do. Be back on the other side. All right. So what we got, gonna look something like this on both sides of this plow. And that will have us right at about, like I say, less than a half inch. It's greater than a 1/4 inch off the floor. It's maybe more like about 3/8 of an inch. Wherever the height of that angle is off the floor is what it's going to be. And then there might be some flexing in here. I don't know. We'll see. That will keep that within a certain tolerance of getting close enough to the ground, but yet it'll be rolling on wheels, so that it'll be isolated and not scraping up all of that chip seal outside. So that's the idea. That's what we're trying to accomplish here. We'll continue on with fabrication. Okay, I think we got something that I was hoping to get. That is, I just barely wanted this thing floating up off the ground. And I put some lights down there. It looks like the one on the passenger side is maybe a little higher than the other one. I don't know, maybe the light is angled up. I'm not sure what's going on here. Let's see if that brightens things up. Not really. So maybe I don't have what I had hoped for over here on the driver's side. Let's see. Does that help? Yeah. I think we're about 1/8 of an inch off the floor. Let's see. Does this fit under it? It's tight. And that material is about 1/8 inch thick. This side over here is more like about a 1/16. So it looks like I might have got a little high on this side over here. Irregardless, I think it should float. We'll go out and give it a try. All right, looking at the whole mechanism here and how it's floating or not floating, I think is kind of partly due to these springs. So I've got some adjustment on those that I'm gonna crank down on, and this pivot bolt here looks like it's loose, and probably the other one as well could be tightened up a little bit. These guys right here. So I'm gonna do some work on those and see if that makes things a little bit more rigid. That did the trick. You can see plenty of daylight under there, and if need be, I can let that tension off a little bit, and you can see here where it's balancing up and it's holding it. And tighten those bolts up, tighten those springs up. But yeah, if I hit something, it will go forward, but it's going to take a little bit more force. That bottom will hit the ground at that point, and that's just fine. I think this is going to work. So we're going to get out here and take out this snow that we had from the other last night into this morning. So. If that thing can hear me or not, or what it sounds like off that microphone. I'm sure that's going to jostle around quite a bit, so we'll get a little bit so you can see what it's like to operate this thing on the inside. Let's lift this guy up. Got the back out. Something for me to get used to is using paddles. I've never had a paddle vehicle before. Like a Honda supercar, huh? Gotta have paddles for the transmission. All right, let's put this guy down, see how it works. A little bit of gravel on it. See how this looks. Back up here. Yeah, there's quite a bit of gravel on there, so I'm still going to have to feather this thing, I guess. this around so you can see what I'm doing out there. Sorry for bumping the end of everything, folks. Well, here goes nothing. See that the springs still work there. Put that down, bump it up a little bit. That might work out all right. Give that a try. Back and forth. Reverse. A little bit. Now put the camera outside so you can see it out there, folks. Yep, there we go. I'm not dissatisfied with it. I think it's a bit of an improvement, not as much as I had hoped that it would be, but we got things manageable to where I can take care of snow when it falls and hopefully kind of protect this chip seal from getting too scarred up when I clean the driveway off. So yeah, I got to get a little bit better at handling the unit overall, but I'm not ashamed. I think it's all right. Thanks again, folks. We'll try to get this thing edited down and out tonight. See you later. Thanks so much. Bye.